But beyond the fame and headlines, Chris Brown's lifestyle in 2025 is a world of passion, luxury, and unexpected connections, including a buzzworthy link to Adele that's turning heads. From his jaw-dropping mansion to a car collection that looks like a showroom for billionaires, plus hobbies that may surprise you. This isn't just a tour. It's a deep dive into the life of one of music's most unpredictable stars. Chris Brown's story reads like a whirlwind, a tale of early promise, dazzling talent, chart-topping success, and the heavy cost of fame. Bursting onto the music scene in 2005 as a teenage sensation, he seemed destined for greatness from the very start. A small-town Virginia kid with a golden voice and slick dance moves, Chris grew up singing in his church choir and mimicking the moonwalk in his bedroom. He taught himself everything, fueled by raw talent and a dream. By 15, he had inked a deal with Jive Records, and just a year later, his self-titled debut album exploded onto the charts, going double platinum and making him a household name overnight. His second album, Exclusive, was even bigger. Hit singles, like Kiss Kiss and With You, turned him into one of the defining voices of a new era in R&B, earning him legions of fans and cementing his place as one of the genre's most exciting young stars. His blend of velvety vocals, smooth choreography, and undeniable charisma made him a force in both music and performance. But as bright as the lights shined on Chris's career, his personal life cast a shadow that refused to be ignored. In 2009, the world watched in shock as news broke that he had assaulted his then-girlfriend Rihanna, a deeply disturbing moment that forever altered his public image. The incident, widely covered and condemned, marked a painful turning point and exposed the darker undercurrents behind the polished stage presence. Since then, Brown has lived in a kind of dual reality, continuing to enjoy commercial success, selling out tours, topping charts, and building a net worth of $50 million, all while navigating legal issues, public scrutiny, and a reputation stained by violence. Despite everything, he has maintained a devoted fan base and a relentless work ethic, churning out music and performances at a pace few can match. There's no denying his influence or his artistry. He's one of the most talented performers of his generation. Born on May 5, 1989, in the small town of Tappahannock, Virginia, Christopher Maurice Brown entered the world with a destiny that would lead him to become one of the most influential figures in the music industry. The son of Joyce Hawkins, a daycare center director, and Clinton Brown, a corrections officer, Chris grew up in a household that valued hard work and dedication. He has one older sister, Lytrell Bundy, who has been a constant presence in his life. Chris's childhood was marked by both joy and challenge. His parents divorced when he was young, and his mother later became a victim of domestic violence at the hands of her new boyfriend. These early experiences shaped Brown's resilience and determination, qualities that would serve him well throughout his life and career. From a young age, Chris displayed a natural talent for music and performance. He taught himself to sing and dance, drawing inspiration from his idols Usher and Michael Jackson. Their influence on his artistic development was profound as he emulated their styles and honed his craft. Brown's parents also played a significant role in shaping his musical tastes, with their collection of soul records serving as a major influence in his early years. Chris Brown's journey to stardom began in his early teens, with the unwavering support of his mother. Together, they sought a recording contract, eventually leading Chris to move to New York in pursuit of his dreams. His talent and determination paid off when he recorded his debut self-titled album at the age of 16. The album's lead single, Run It, became an instant hit, catapulting Brown to fame and making him the first male artist since Montel Jordan in 1995 to have a debut single reach #1 on the Billboard charts. Building on this success, Brown released his second album, Exclusive, in 2007. The album debuted at #4 on the Billboard charts and spawned his second #1 hit on the Billboard Hot 100 chart, Kiss Kiss. His third album, Graffiti, followed. In 2009, showcasing his evolving artistry and musical growth. In 2011, Brown released FAME, his fourth studio album, which became his first to top the Billboard 200. The album's success was further cemented when it earned him a Grammy Award for Best R&B Album, a testament to his exceptional talent and hard work. His fifth album, Fortune, was released in 2012 and also debuted at #1 on the Billboard 200, solidifying his status as a chart-topping artist. Brown's musical journey continued with the release of X in 2012, a collaboration album called Fan of a Fan the Album in 2015, and Royalty later that same year. In 2017, he released Heartbreak on a Full Moon, followed by his ninth studio album, Indigo, in 2019. Indigo became his third #1 album to debut on the Billboard 200, further showcasing his enduring appeal and musical prowess. In 2022, Brown released his 10th studio album, Breezy, continuing his streak of successful releases and cementing his legacy as one of the world's best-selling artists. To date, he has sold more than 197 million albums and singles worldwide, a staggering achievement that underscores his global impact and influence. Brown's accolades are as impressive as his sales figures. He has won a Grammy Award, 18 BET Awards, 4 Billboard Music Awards, and 14 Soul Train Music Awards, a testament to his exceptional talent and the recognition he has received from the music industry. In 2023, Brown achieved a historic milestone, surpassing Elvis Presley for the most RIAA Gold-certified singles for a male vocalist in history. He also holds the record for the most Billboard Hot 100 entries among male vocalists, further solidifying his status as a musical legend. In March 2023, with the release of his album Under the Influence, Brown became the fifth artist in Billboard history to reach 10 #1 hits on the Billboard R&B Hip-Hop Airplay chart, a remarkable feat that highlights his enduring impact and influence on the music industry. Chris Brown's journey into the world of acting began in January 2007 with his debut in the film Stomp the Yard. This initial foray into Hollywood showcased his versatility and talent as he brought his unique charisma and energy to the big screen. That same year, Brown also made a guest appearance on the popular television series The O.C., further expanding his presence in the entertainment industry. Later in 2007, Brown appeared in the heartwarming holiday film This Christmas, a role that allowed him to explore his acting skills in a different genre. His performance in the movie was well received, and it marked another successful step in his burgeoning acting career. Brown's filmography continued to grow with appearances in notable movies such as Takers, Think Like a Man, and Battle of the Year. Each role offered him the opportunity to showcase his range as an actor and to connect with audiences in new and exciting ways. Additionally, he made a memorable appearance on the television show Blackish, further demonstrating his ability to adapt to various formats and genres. However, Brown's personal life has not been without its challenges. On February 8, 2009, he was arrested and charged with making criminal threats against his then-girlfriend, R&B singer Rihanna. The incident, which occurred after an argument that escalated to physical assault, left Rihanna with injuries that required hospital attention. The aftermath of this event was significant, as several commercials and TV shows featuring Brown were suspended, and he withdrew from public appearances. In the wake of his arrest, Brown faced serious legal consequences. He was sentenced to 1 year of domestic violence counseling, 6 months of community service, 5 years of probation, and a 5-year restraining order from Rihanna. A month later, he was charged with felony assault and pleaded guilty in June 2009. The repercussions of this incident extended beyond the United States. In 2010, Brown applied for a visa to enter the UK for a tour of British cities but was denied due to his criminal record. This setback highlighted the ongoing impact of his actions and the challenges he faced in rebuilding his career and reputation. In March 2011, Brown's struggles with anger and impulsivity came to the forefront once again. During a commercial break after an interview with Robin Roberts of Good Morning America, he became violent in his dressing room. The interview had touched on the restraining order and the Rihanna situation, topics that clearly struck a nerve. In a fit of rage, Brown threw an object through a window that overlooked Times Square and stormed out of the building shirtless, a moment that was captured by the media and further tarnished his public image. Despite these challenges, Brown continued to work on his personal growth and rehabilitation. His probation formally ended on March 20, 2015, marking a significant milestone in his journey towards redemption and recovery. High above the bustling streets of Tarzana, tucked into the tranquil hills of California, lies a hidden sanctuary that Chris has called home since 2014. Purchased for $435 million, this 8,000-square-foot retreat sits on just 3/4 of an acre, but feels like a private world of its own. With only 4 bedrooms, the focus here isn't on size for the sake of it, but on refinement, elegance, and the kind of comfort that wraps around you like a favorite song. From the moment you arrive, the estate begins to speak. Its stately columns, classic lines, and lush landscaping don't shout. They whisper, inviting you to slow down and breathe. Inside, a grand foyer unfolds into a living room that manages to feel both impressive and deeply cozy. High ceilings soar overhead, sunlight spills through oversized windows, and elegant moldings trace the edges of the space. A fireplace anchors the room, creating a natural gathering point, whether for laughter-filled evenings with friends or solitary mornings spent watching the city awaken below. Just beyond lies the kitchen, a gourmet space with stainless steel, appliances, custom cabinetry, and a center island built for both chopping vegetables and late-night confessions. Everything flows, kitchen into dining, dining into memory-making. The bedrooms carry the same theme of quiet luxury. The master suite is a private escape within an already secluded property. A generous walk-in closet leads into a spa-like bathroom, with a deep soaking tub, perfect for the kind of baths that stretch into daydreams. The views from here are enough to remind you why people come to Los Angeles in the first place. Rolling hills, painted skies, and that whisper of possibility in the distance. Each additional bedroom has its own story to tell, offering space, light, and thoughtful details that make even guests feel at home. What makes this house more than just a home, though, is how it leans into both entertainment and solitude. There's a state-of-the-art fitness center when the mood strikes, a rooftop terrace when the city lights call your name, and a backyard that seems crafted for moments that matter. Picture a patio lined with soft lighting, a built-in grill wafting the scent of barbecue, and a fire pit glowing beneath a blanket of stars. It's the kind of place where birthdays are celebrated, ideas are born, and love is quietly nurtured. Then there's the pool. Large, inviting, framed by palm trees and the kind of landscaping that feels effortless, though you know it took a village. A private gym, mature trees swaying gently in the breeze, and even a rooftop fire pit complete. The atmosphere of elevated serenity. While the home is undoubtedly luxurious, it's also deeply livable. A true reflection of someone who's not just successful, but mindful of what success means. Perched high in the Hollywood Hills with sweeping views of Los Angeles, Chris's former hillside home was a place where bold luxury met an even bolder personality. Purchased in 2011 for $1.5 million, this striking residence became his primary base until 2015. More than just a glamorous address, it was a space that mirrored his creative energy, aesthetic flair, and sometimes his flair for stirring the pot. Behind its elegant facade and manicured grounds lay a house that saw both champagne-filled nights and neighborly feuds, a space that whispered of success and shouted rebellion. As you approached the property, the first impression was unforgettable. A grand entrance framed by stately columns, ivy-lined walls, and a touch of old Hollywood drama. The landscaping was immaculate, until it wasn't. At first, the exterior offered the kind of curb appeal that made real estate agents weak in the knees. But not long after, bold graffiti sprawled across the mansion's facade, part art, part controversy, Chris's signature touch, and the beginning of tensions with his not-so-amused neighbors. Inside, the atmosphere was unmistakably upscale. A wide foyer opened into a living space drenched in natural light. Vaulted ceilings, floor-to-ceiling windows, elegant crown molding, and a commanding fireplace created a room meant for both relaxing and performing. It was clear the home was designed for someone used to being in the spotlight. The gourmet kitchen was equally camera-ready, outfitted with stainless steel appliances, stone countertops, and a massive center island, a gathering place as much for culinary experiments as impromptu meetings or midnight snacks. The bedrooms were sanctuaries in their own right. The master suite, tucked away for privacy, featured a spa-style bathroom with a soaking tub and rain shower, as well as panoramic views that stretched from downtown to the distant ocean haze. Each guest room came with its own ensuite and walk-in closet, luxury that didn't shout, but definitely knew its worth. Yet, for all its polish, the house's soul resided in its entertainment features. There was a rooftop terrace made for West Coast sunsets, an outdoor fire pit for story-sharing nights, and a fitness center for early morning grind sessions. The backyard unfolded into a lush garden anchored by a pristine pool, shaded by mature trees and guarded by tall hedges. It felt exclusive, serene, until the next party kicked off. But Hollywood Hills' tranquility didn't last forever. Chris's flair for self-expression ran headlong into the tight-laced expectations of the neighborhood. The graffiti-adorned walls, his vision of modern art, sparked more than just double takes. Neighbors complained, news outlets reported, and soon the tension boiled over. What was once an envy-inducing estate became a symbol of division, with Chris ultimately leaving the property behind amid a swirl of headlines and HOA complaints. This wasn't his first run-in with residential drama. Before the Hills, he lived in a West Hollywood condo, where a combination of loud music, hallway dog races, and chronic misuse of handicap parking spots earned him an unofficial eviction by the condo board. That chapter, too, ended with a lesson in community dynamics and the high cost of ignoring them. Chris Brown's car collection isn't just a lineup of fast machines. It's an unfiltered glimpse into the mind of an artist who sees the world as a canvas, including the one parked in his driveway. Whether it's a million-dollar hypercar or a muscle-bound American beast, each vehicle in his garage has been transformed into something uniquely his, often louder, bolder, and more eye-catching than the last. At the pinnacle of his collection is the Bugatti Veyron, a car that represents the height of automotive engineering and exclusivity. Named after the legendary racing driver Pierre Veyron, this hypercar is as fast as it is rare, and Chris didn't settle for factory settings. Instead, he personalized it with a fierce black and red paint job, giving the already menacing machine a custom twist that screams power and attitude. It's not just a car, it's a visual statement that blends luxury with street heat, reflecting both his musical energy and his love for all things extreme. Then there's the Lamborghini Gallardo, a vehicle that looks like it burst straight out of a Hot Wheels package and into real life. Inspired by his childhood and brought to life by the legendary team at West Coast Customs, the Gallardo is wrapped in a vivid custom paint job that's anything but subtle. It's the kind of car that says dreams don't die. They just grow louder, faster, and a whole lot more expensive. It embodies the inner kid in brown, one who now has the means to turn fantasy into reality. Another monster in his garage is the 2011 Dodge Viper SRT. Clad in sleek black, this American brute doesn't play by the rules of refinement. It comes outswinging with an 8.4-liter V10 engine that churns out 600 horsepower and a thunderous 760 Nm of torque. Unlike some of his flashier rides, the Viper keeps things a bit more understated, but only in looks. On the road, it roars like a beast unchained, making it one of the more aggressively tuned entries in his fleet. The Porsche Panamera in his garage tells a different story, one linked to his ex, Carouette Tran. Unlike the rest of his vehicles, this one is more controversial than celebrated. The artwork sprayed across its body became a point of contention, even drawing the ire of neighbors who asked him to remove it from view. The Panamera, while elegant in structure, took on an edgier tone under Chris's artistic direction. It may not have won awards for beauty, but it certainly held true to his love of personal expression. And then there's the Lamborghini Aventador, a true icon of modern supercar culture, except Chris Brown's version doesn't follow the rules. Originally covered in an abstract swirl of red, white, and black, the paint scheme was as bold as it was bizarre, drawing comparisons to, well, a sick cow. But for Chris, it was simply art in motion. He's since given it a refresh, now transitioning to a blue swirl design that promises to be just as polarizing. That's the thing about Chris. He doesn't build cars for quiet admiration. He builds them to be seen, talked about, and remembered. Each car in Chris Brown's collection is more than a machine. It's a moving piece of personal expression. Chris Brown's entrepreneurial spirit is as dynamic and multifaceted as his music career. Beyond his chart-topping albums and sold-out tours, Brown has ventured into various business endeavors, showcasing his acumen and ambition. In numerous interviews, he has revealed that he owns 14 Burger King restaurants, a testament to his savvy investment strategies and his ability to diversify his portfolio. In 2012, Brown expanded his business ventures by launching a clothing line called Black Pyramid. This fashion brand reflects his unique style and aesthetic, offering fans a chance to connect with his personal brand and express their own individuality through his designs. Black Pyramid has become a popular choice among fashion enthusiasts, further cementing Brown's influence in the world of style and culture. Since 2007, Brown has operated his own record label under Interscope called CBE, Chris E. Brown Entertainment. This venture has allowed him to nurture and develop new talent, providing a platform for aspiring artists to showcase their skills and reach a wider audience. Through CBE, Brown has demonstrated his commitment to the music industry and his desire to give back to the community that has supported him throughout his career. In 2021, Brown ventured into the food industry with the launch of his own cereal, Breezy's Cosmic Crunch, in partnership with SoFlo Snacks. This exciting new product offers fans a delicious and fun way to enjoy breakfast with a unique blend of flavors and a touch of Brown's signature style. Breezy's Cosmic Crunch has quickly become a hit among cereal lovers, further expanding Brown's reach and influence in the market. Chris Brown's life has been marked by a series of high-profile incidents and legal troubles that have often overshadowed his musical achievements. His journey has been punctuated by altercations and scuffles with notable figures in the entertainment industry, including Drake, Tony Parker, and Frank Ocean. These incidents have highlighted the complexities of his personal life and the challenges he has faced in managing his public image. In July 2013, Brown found himself embroiled in another legal issue when he was charged with an alleged hit-and-run in Los Angeles. Although the charges were eventually dropped, the incident resulted in 1,000 additional community service hours being added to his probation. This setback underscored the ongoing legal challenges he faced and the impact they had on his career and personal life. Later that year, in October 2013, Brown was arrested in Washington, D.C. for felony assault after refusing to take a photo with two men. This incident led to a 36-hour stint in a Washington jail, after which he voluntarily checked into a rehab facility. His stay in rehab was extended by a judge who ordered him to remain until April 23, 2014. However, on March 14th, 2014. Brown was kicked out of the rehab center for violating rules and was subsequently sent to Northern Neck Regional Jail. At his court date on May 9, 2014, Brown was sentenced to 131 days in jail, but was given credit for the time he had already spent in rehab and jail. Due to overcrowding, he was released on June 2, 2014, marking another chapter in his ongoing legal saga. Brown's legal troubles have had lasting consequences, including a prohibition on possessing firearms due to his previous felony assault conviction. This restriction was brought to the forefront on August 30, 2016, when a woman called the police, claiming that Brown had threatened her with a gun in his house. When the police arrived, Brown refused them entry, leading to a standoff that prompted action from the LAPD Robbery Homicide Division and the SWAT team. Although he was arrested, the charges were later dropped, adding another layer of complexity to his legal history. In January 2022, Brown faced another serious allegation when a woman filed a civil suit against him, accusing him of rape on a yacht in Miami in December 2020. Brown vehemently denied the allegations and submitted text messages to the Miami police indicating a consensual relationship between the two. The lawsuit was ultimately dropped in August 2022 due to a lack of prosecution, providing some respite in his ongoing legal battles. The repercussions of Brown's legal troubles have extended beyond the United States, as he is banned from entering the United Kingdom, Australia, New Zealand, and Japan due to his criminal record. These restrictions have limited his ability to travel and perform internationally, further complicating his career and personal life. Chris Brown's personal life has been as dynamic and multifaceted as his career, marked by high-profile relationships and a journey through fatherhood. His romantic history includes a notable relationship with model and actress Karrueche Tran. Their partnership, which began in the early 2010s, was a significant chapter in Brown's life. However, their relationship took a dark turn, leading to their separation in 2015. Following their breakup, Tran was granted a 5-year restraining order against Brown, citing threats to her life. This tumultuous period highlighted the complexities and challenges that have often accompanied Brown's personal relationships. Beyond his romantic entanglements, Brown's life has been enriched by the joys of fatherhood. He is the proud father of 2 children, a role that has brought him immense happiness and a sense of purpose. His journey as a parent has been a significant aspect of his life, offering him a chance to reflect on his own experiences and to provide a loving and supportive environment for his children. In the years following his relationship with Tran, Brown's romantic life continued to evolve. In 2015, he dated influencer and clothing line owner Amy Shehab, a relationship that showcased his connection to the world of fashion and entrepreneurship. Around the same time, he was rumored to be dating British pop singer Rita Ora, a pairing that blended the worlds of music and celebrity. In 2016, Brown's romantic interests shifted to model Krista Santiago, a relationship that further highlighted his attraction to the world of fashion and beauty. The following year, he dated influencer Vanessa Vargas, continuing his pattern of high-profile partnerships. 2018 saw Brown embark on a relationship with Indonesian pop singer Agnes Mo. Their partnership was not only romantic, but also creative, as they collaborated on a single titled Overdose. This musical collaboration showcased their shared passion for music and their ability to blend their talents in a unique and captivating way. In 2019, Brown's romantic journey continued with influencer India Marie. Their relationship, like his previous partnerships, was marked by a blend of glamour, creativity, and a shared connection to the world of entertainment and fashion. His story is a testament to his resilience, his ability to navigate the complexities of his personal life, and his unyielding spirit in the face of both triumph and adversity.